So, in an update, my voice is still fucked.
It's okay, we have tea. Everybody get your tea. What are we having today?
Sorry for all of the PG audiences in this murder mystery playthrough.
Wait, what's wrong with... I don't understand. What's wrong with...
I swore to open an episode.
Oh, well, that'll scare him off real good. What kind of tea are we having? Tell me. I don't actually know. We're in your place.
Lemon, honey, and ginger tea.
There you go. It doesn't have a fancy name, though.
My voice is destroyed. What do you mean it doesn't have a fancy name?
Just lemon, honey, and ginger or whatever.
I mean, it's... insert brand who sponsors us first here.
Yes!
If that isn't edited to be something else, you know that we haven't gotten sponsorship yet.
We're still working on it.
We're still working on it,
Hang in there, guys.
Yeah.
We'll wait for a brand deal. Alright. Is this really the beginning of the chapter? He just starts, like, in the middle of a sentence? This is weird.
Is it?
It seems weird to me.
Is that weird? I feel like we've done that before.
I mean, probably. It just seems weird.
I feel like I'm getting very jaded.
Look, I will say, I do not remember this chapter. I'm gonna hold my hand back. I do not remember this episode nearly as well as I remember episode 1 and 2, because this is when I started just reading like the entire thing in one night. Not literally, but close to it. I hammered my way through episodes 3 and 4 and all the episodes thereafter.
This was like back halfway through last year.
Yes.
I didn't see Ben for several weeks.
This is true. I was holed up. It didn't take me that long to read it. God damn you. I had uni. Whatever.
It was several weeks. And
whatever.
The whole time I was seeing now playing Umineko on his like Discord profile. And I was like, what is this shit?
I'm not saying that I sat up till like 3 AM once finishing episode 3, but I may have done that.
I googled it to find out what it was, and fortunately I don't remember finding any story spoilers.
And you thought it was a dating sim, I think is what happened.
That is indeed what I thought happened. I don't know. I probably actually read some story spoilers at that time, but I honestly don't remember any of them.
I had a similar experience.
If we get to a point later in the story and I'm like, I know.
Totally. I read an article written by Aspie from BRonove. Hi Aspie, we give you a lot of shouts to this episode.
It's because he loves us.
It's true. I hope so. He wrote an article on God. I don't even know where he wrote it, but he wrote it on this blog, and I don't think I'll link it because there's spoilers, obviously. But he wrote a really cool article, and that's what made me like read the story in the first place. But it spoiled like so much stuff from like episode 7 that I was like, what is he even talking about? Yeah, my expectation for this was that there wouldn't be any like magic shit until like episode 5, and that's when shit would get real. But no, that's not how we roll in BRonove.
I remember I was playing another game while I was on Discord with Ben, and he just comes in and just goes, "Holy shit! I don't even know what to do with my life." And I'm like, "What's going wrong, Ben? Did your waifu die?"
And I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
it was pretty good shit.
I think that might have been the ending of episode 4.
I don't recall if you said, but...
It probably was. Anyway, welcome to the next episode of Sea Cats. Hello, how are you, Felix? We're brand new starting this episode, I swear.
Yeah.
There was no massive cut.
There was no massive lead up to this.
Do you want to... Look, we're rejoining
I don't know what you're so excited about. We only just started.
I'm so done, is what's happening. I'm so done with your, like, I can predict the future, but can't really.
What do you mean? I never said I could predict
the past,
future.
I guess.
I said I knew what I was doing at the time.
How long have we been sitting here for?
7 minutes and 26 seconds.
It's too long. It's too long for a highlight.
I'm not cutting. This is just being burned. I am taking the hard drive out of my computer with only this file on it and setting it alight.
Please do. This is an abomination.
What do you mean 6 years ago?
No, it was less than that. It was less than a year ago, you son of a bitch.
I mean, I was still in elementary school back then, right? It's pretty unfair to expect me to remember everything, don't you think?
So this is Rudolph's line. Throw it back. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
You want to take Battler this time?
No, I don't. You take Battler.
You sure you don't want to take Battler?
I am absolutely sure. I would never take the honor away from you, sir.
That is what you call this?
Tea, though. Oh my god, pass me some tea.
Torture?
Yes.
Torture?
Torture.
Oh my god.
Porn torture.
This is too much for me.
Throw it in there, and then I'll move it back before it gets hot. Technique. Technique.
Oh god.
I'll give it a little bit to set.
It's pretty unfair to expect me to remember everything, don't you think?
True. Especially because we were so young. We've grown a lot in these last 6 years.
This is true.
This is true. He's gotten so tall. If I hadn't been introduced, I might not even have remembered you. your spiky red hair.
Oh yeah, we did skip
very
over
common.
the airport scene for once.
Yay! Less airport. Thank God.
Really? I figured he was battle right away. And when he opened his mouth, I was sure. Still sounds like
What?
asshole.
Sounds like a perv.
He did not tighten his asshole like Uncle whoever said.
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
God damn you. I just met him for the first time. Didn't know him 6 years ago.
That's right. Oh my god, is this the beach scene again? Are we on the beach?
I think we are. We're just hanging out on
and
the
they're
beach.
still wearing their shoes.
And they need to take him off.
That's
What
right,
nerds.
Maria-sama was only 3 years old then. Well, the same goes for me. I only knew Maria when she was 3 years old, and since she's grown so big, of course I wouldn't recognize her. After lunch, we'd all gone out to the beach to walk around and take it easy.
See? Called it.
Our parents were apparently having a suspicious, complicated discussion, so we ended up leaving them behind. Well, just as I'd guessed from the start, the conversation focused on me since I'd been away for 6 years.
Still, you've really gotten tall. I wouldn't call myself short, but your height really surprised me.
That's right, I remember, well, what Battle-sama was like 6 years ago, but I was surprised even so. Yeah, seriously, I can hardly believe this is the same battler we knew back then. I'm surprised how much everyone remembers about it. My memory's all hazy. Yeah, albeit it's all those performance-enhancing. I mean, looks like it's taking a while for you to remember us. You know, that hurts a bit. Come on, this was 6 years ago, right? I'm the one who has it bad being forced to remember. You saying that you can't remember well because it was 6 years ago? I can remember it as clearly as if it happened yesterday.
Well, your memory's great after all. You remember the kind of things Battler did and said back then pretty clearly, don't you?
Come to think of it, that's right. Shandon's memory can be incredible when you'd least expect it.
Ooh, I'm horrible at remembering. I'm the waste of space. I remember fun things, but I can't remember boring things
How
at all.
could you say such things about Maria?
Look, she's so cute, but wow, she just is bad at
I
remembering.
am so happy you called her a waste of space, though, because it means I don't have to anymore.
I'll take over the Maria hate train. Ew.
This is good. Self-hate. We all laughed, seeing everyone was like that.
Self-hating.
Shannon, by the way, what was Battler like 6 years ago?
Oh, it's great.
Remember any interesting episodes? The strange spring-like sound? Let's see. I'm sure he said something like this when he left. I'll be back. See you again. I'll surely come for you riding a white
What a
horse.
fucking nerd. Fucking Battler.
That was a very abrupt key change.
It's fine.
Yeah, stop. It's so embarrassing. Sounds just like something you would say. Yes, I remember you always used to be full of these stupid lines, Battler.
Ooh, it really does sound like something Battler would have said back then. Ooh, embarrassing? Is that embarrassing?
Yeah,
It's fucking crazy.
horribly embarrassing. Maria, I'm sure when you're in middle school, you'll want to say embarrassing stuff like that.
Don't do it.
When that happens, make sure you write it down and read it 3 times before saying it out loud. If you don't, you'll definitely regret it. I really wish I could give some of my students this advice, but
I think this is George. Do you want to hit to the next line so I can double check?
you know, I'll tell you, this is a slightly outside of Umineko story, but I figured it's entertaining.
God. Oh yes, I've heard this story. I
don't think you have.
I have?
I don't think
haven't?
you- I
Alright,
definitely-
tell it to me.
What's the story you think it is? I'm
You
interested.
called someone a fucking fight man.
Oh, no. I said outside Umineko.
Okay.
That would definitely be a thing. I did, in fact, make one of my students say fight man.
Uh-huh. You called them fight man.
Yeah.
Either way.
But basically, there's these few kids that I work with because I teach young kids sports. And
Sport boys.
Sports ball, and one of them was being silly, so I just said, hold on, I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna give you the most useful piece of advice you've ever been given. And he goes, what's that? And I said, don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. That's good.
And it has since become like a chant. We'll
Don't
get
be
there and I'll be
dumb.
like, what is the 3-word instruction you need to remember? Don't be dumb!
That's perfect. I love it.
We should teach Battler this one.
Oh god. I think this is George. You want to hit the next line so I can check?
That's it, sure.
No, this is definitely Battler. This is definitely Battler. It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be. Unless it's Jessica.
Yeah, that's Battler.
It's gonna
That's
be
an
Battler.
AUG.
Yeah, that's an AUG.
Still, everyone has to pass through that pitiful period. That's right. Yeah. How you learn your place, learn shame, become an adult. It's one of those bittersweet things everyone does in adolescence as they transition to becoming adults. I remember you just want to forget. Ugh. After all, this is all stuff I'd let slip out without thinking, so I didn't remember the words exactly, but now that those words were being recited to me, they were as embarrassing as hell. I only recently came to understand this weakness and was working hard to avoid such careless outbursts, but I guess I was just born with the habit of speaking without thinking, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Don't be dumb!
Shannon, do you remember any other embarrassing stuff? Yes, well, I remember a few other things, but since it looks like the person in question wants to forget them, I think we'll refrain from saying any more.
Oh my god.
To be brutally honest, I don't remember this at all. Please don't make me remember.
Ooh, Shannon's bullying Bettler? Ooh, you can't. You shouldn't bully people.
This
That's
is true.
damn right, Maria. She isn't really bullying him.
That's what you want to
Let's
believe.
leave it at that, okay? It's a family thing. Don't worry about it. But Shannon, you'll have to tell me all about it sometime when Battler isn't around.
Man, this is just...
He's very secure as well. It sounds pretty interesting.
Yes, certainly. No, you can't. No, but well, fuck, wrong voice. No, you can't, Shannon Chan.
There's so many voices.
Too many voices. For a while, George and Nikki laughed at me as though warming up when Shannon Chen would tell him more of my embarrassing misspeaks.
Oh. Let's having a good time.
Having a good time. What if Shannon's just making it all up?
Oh.
George looked like he was flirting with Shannon,
Uh-huh.
but he seemed somewhat open and frank about it. He was always that way with his cousins, but he usually took on a reserved, gentlemanly attitude when he came in contact with the servants.
Says the person who hasn't been here for 6 years. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Battler, just...
Battler.
Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb.
When I thought about it, I got the feeling he was... It actually just occurred to me some of my students are aware of this show and may watch it.
Don't be dumb.
We may get...
Shout out to Felix's kids.
Yeah, shout out.
Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. I got the feeling he was a bit overly friendly, which seemed strange. Mia started scribbling in the sand with a stick, and George, Nikki, and Shannon Chan joined in. This left me and Jessica off to the side, so I asked her secretively. Hey, Jessica, is George and Nikki going out with Shannon Chan? Oh my god. Ben, I just got that line completely wrong.
What? Wait, what did you say? I'll be honest,
I just read... I said,
oh my
hey,
god, you
Jessica.
totally did. You were talking
Oh
in
my
Jessica's
God.
voice.
Can we go to bed and
Can we
come
go to
back
credits?
Yeah, can we come back in like 24 hours?
No.
Try again?
I don't know that we have time.
That's alright.
We're on a tight schedule here.
Hey everyone, welcome back. It's the following day.
Hey, what up? What?
Oh, what the how'd you guess? Battler, you've got a keener eye for people than I thought.
I'm so confused.
What? I was just kidding, but they're actually going out? Shh, your voice is too loud. It looks like they're keeping it secret for now, okay? It'd be better if nobody found out about it. Especially Aunt Ava.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
I see. Love with a servant, huh? Yeah, but since when? I guess luck can happen in 6 years. Yeah, Niki's an amazing person, and Shannon Chen seems to be kind and brave, so it might make a pretty good match. Actually, 6 years ago, I remember taking notice of her just a little bit. I see she really fits well with George and Niki. Nothing I can do about that. Goodbye, my fleeting first love of 6 years ago. Which means that the collection of embarrassing lines Shannon Chan had just held back on probably had something to do with that.
What a nerd.
I can't take it. How long have they been going out? It depends on what you call going out, but I think it's been at least a year. If you count the time they both had on one-sided feelings, it'd probably be several years. Before I'd realized it, the two of them had separated themselves from the group and walking down the beach, talking about something with their shoes still on. They looked calm, and rather than a light relationship between two lovers, it looked more like a serious one, as though they were already engaged. Interesting. 6 years ago, huh? That's a long time. What do those 6 years mean to me? I've just gotten taller. It's just a waste of time, 6 years I spent obstinately fighting with my dad. What about you, Battler? You got a girlfriend? I wonder. There's a few girls that I have fun with, but there's no only one. I guess I'm just a kid. I think it's more fun to be noisy with a large group of people than being all alone with one person. That's so you, Battler, but take your relationships with your female friends seriously. When girls get wrong impressions or form a group, it can be scary, you know? They might be having secret feuds over you behind your back with people getting hurt or crying. That's so weird. I think I remember getting the same bit of advice from one of the girls in my class just last week. What's this all about? Why can't everyone just have fun together? Do people really want to couple up that much? It's probably because you've never found a partner like that, Battler. You might run into someone sooner or later. You just gotta wait patiently. I can't wait for him to just start having dates with Lambda Delta in this episode. That'd be great.
Now that's a ship that Lambda Delta would approve of. Ladies and gentlemen.
Sure, I'm glad we understand the character that deeply already. What? Sounds like you've already found a partner like that. What about you? Have you got a boyfriend?
No.
Me? No.
What, bugger?
Come on, that reaction's so easy to understand. From the looks of it, there's some boy you're thinking about, but you just haven't been able to confess to him yet. Something like that. No, that's not, shut up, who cares about that? It's not like I was asking about... If you're the one who brought up this subject, why are you yelling at me now?
He just turned the tables on Jessica.
Oh, he just flipped the chessboard around. Ah! See, this is why we took a break and went to bed and came back.
These great jokes.
That's right.
Yeah. Please, don't pause. Don't pause and laugh. Keep going.
Women are creatures who always ask questions and yet almost never answer them. What cruel creature, seriously.
Oh my god.
Well, I did try to confess once. I struck out pretty badly. Did you get an I'm sorry? No, I got the I'm furniture. I mean, my feelings were seriously one-sided, and I guess they didn't know how to respond, I guess. It's like they were a chair. I didn't view me that way at all. I can understand that. You talk like a man after all.
Damn.
See? It's been right the whole time.
Oh my god, you're talking like strong Russian man.
Strong Russian man.
Yes, beautiful Jessica voice.
That was a bad decision.
You need to be more careful with your voice.
I should not have just gone
Do not do anything like that.
Hold on, let me take a sip of this tea.
Take a sip of tea. I am honestly not a big fan of this tea, I'm sorry. I like pomegranate more.
It's alright, this is meant to be a save my voice tea.
That's vodka.
This is healing tea instead of taste tea.
Vodka tea. That would destroy your voice. Don't even joke about that. Keep going.
If you don't act a bit more graceful, you won't be able to catch a boy's interest. Interesting, we're paralleling here. Ava.
This is true.
Is it the way I speak really that bad? Huh? I mean, people who fought in the Cold War might be a bit opposed to it, but... how you talk isn't everything. When people like you usually have a rough style of speech, so I got it right the whole time. You like, at the start, I was like, you're gonna hate this, and you said, no, this is okay, and I was really surprised.
What,
but everything has worked out. Everything has worked out.
Don't worry about the voice. It's perfect.
They suddenly start working hard to talk more normally. Well, there are guys out there whose hearts will skip a beat when they see how determined you are. Is that really true? I see, yeah. Jessica suddenly started talking more meekly, and then her face instantly went slightly red. See, even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up. But still, I get it. After seeing how close George Neek and Shannon have gotten, I also kind of want to find a girlfriend. 6 years. 6 years of puberty are pretty important, and they went by pretty fast. As the typhoon approached, the clouds grew steadily grayer, but even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll try thinking more seriously about the opposite sex, more than just the size of their boobs.
Please do.
I'm proud of you. Batley, he's growing as a person.
Is he?
See, it's taken 2 deaths, and he's finally learned something.
He's already done, well, more than 2 deaths. They're implied.
Well,
but yeah, 2 on the game board.
Yeah, 2 on the game board.
Many more in Purgatory, I assume.
Yeah, but I mean...
He didn't get eaten by goats, that kind of stuff.
We haven't had the Purgatory cutaway yet, so... By the way...
I don't know what's happening.
Looks like George Aniki's going out with a servant. Don't tell me it's the same for you. What? No, why do you... Come to think of it, that kid Cannon can agree to this in the Rose Garden. You were covering for him pretty intensely, considering he was just a little awkward at talking. No, that's not, now you're getting paranoid, the Battler.
So, it seems like we're in the first day, in terms of, like, all of the events, and also the events from the second. I'm thinking about the 2 episodes.
I mean, I'm assuming they could only go to the beach once in their shoes without realizing their mistake.
True. Before ruining their shoes completely,
yeah,
and having to take them off for the rest of the game.
This is true.
But like,
oh my goodness, would that would be such an interesting thing if they actually, like, in episode 8, it's just like, well, the real murderer was wearing shoes, so we'd know it wasn't the cousin.
Yeah, totally. We know it wasn't somebody who went to the beach.
I would not even be mad. That would be the best.
That'd be a good clue.
Because then I'd feel good about my reasoning.
Perfect.
And tell me just one thing, right now. Is the boy you're after within 1 kilometer of this spot?
Can you say it in red?
He is drowning in the ocean, not too far from the island.
He's dying in the Grey Sea right now.
Well, about that, I wonder. Kanekun was the only boy on this island now who could possibly become her boyfriend, so judging by her reaction, I was right on. I didn't think of the Ashurmia family as noble family, but love with a servant, I wouldn't have dreamed that 2 pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me. It's very interesting the Battler is being more of a detective to start this episode than he was in the past.
He has grown as a character, and perhaps is figuring things out. It's good.
Yeah. It's like he's aware of purgatory.
It's like he's having a character arc between the episodes or something.
It's really interesting.
It's translating into his character on the game board. Though I guess it's kind of the same person, so it's a bit weird there.
Fanave would probably become an obstacle to Georgianiki and Shannon-chan's love. If Fanave ever learned that Shannon-chan was the partner of her only beloved son, she'd probably scream at her for trying to steal away her precious George. Or whisper it aggressively in her ear like we saw last time.
Yeah.
And the relationship between Jessica and Kanekun would probably be just as full of difficulties. And Natsui was also very strict about that kind of thing. After all, Jessica's husband would probably become the head of the Ashurmia family in the future. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, things would get complicated.
Yep.
Well, love is different for every person. As long as you're with someone who's fun to be around, does anything else matter? When 2 people pair up, they don't need anyone's permission as long as they accept each other. Worrying about what your parents or family will say means you've already lost. Don't forget that. You better not go out with someone with mixed feelings. I can't believe you're saying something so philosophical sounding when you haven't even been in love. Don't treat love like a matter of profit and loss. It's all about heart. That's all I have to say. Well then, see you again. Have a nice day.
Oh my god.
George Nissan Shannon, listen. This guy said another one of those lines.
In English. What a nerd.
I didn't say anything. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me.
Ooh, I heard it. See you again.
Again, I think
Again.
Again.
See you again.
Ooh. For all we forgot that the wind was getting stronger and played around on the beach with our shoes. I grew a lot of these past 6 years being able to celebrate my youth and meet with all of my cousins. It was truly refreshing. It's a bit late now, but I realized that I should have got back together with everyone a lot sooner, before they all died and returned to the Ashurmia family. Sure is nice to have all the cousins together every once in a while.
Ooh, I like it too. It's really fun when all the cousins get together.
That's right. We're already old enough. It's not like we couldn't meet each other when our parents aren't around. It might not be a bad idea to gather the cousins together and play every once in a while.
That's a good plan. Maybe we should set up something like that the next time we get a chance.
Yeah, I agree. I hope we cousins can stay friends forever. They're gonna die, aren't they? They're gonna die first.
I'm gonna confirm not deny anything of the sort.
Oh wait, who's this? Hey, if it makes you feel like such a big deal of it, you almost make it sound like relatives usually end up hating each other. Have you met your parents?
Ooh.
Yeah, George, Nikki, and Jessica laughed, but it felt just a little strained. Did I say something wrong? Judging by how our parents made quiet expressions and tired faces every once in a while during the boat ride at the airport, maybe I should have kept that to myself. You're right. It's just like Jessica said. Let's always be friends to each other.
Ooh, me too. We're all friends. That's right. Yeah. We'll always be together. We'll always be friends.
Man, we've been saying some pretty embarrassing stuff. Feel kinda awkward, yeah. Being friends with people is just really awkward.
Really awkward.
Then you end up in rooms recording dumb anime bullshit with them.
It's great.
I think it's very important people are creatures who find it very hard to stay together, much less remain friends unless they truly desire it.
That's right. You really can't take everyone being friendly for granted. Ooh! A witch I know said it. Happiness won't be granted unless everyone believes in it. That's true. Maybe some magic exists in the power of belief. If we all believe in that, I'm sure it will bring us happiness.
Alright. Well, if we're doing embarrassing stuff already, let's all swear to believe in this together, okay? It'll all be friendly and we'll always be happy. So we're gonna die. Like hell we'll end up like our parents. As if we'd ever search for each other's weaknesses going after grandfather's fortune. Who's this? Okay. We'll always be friendly and happy. Let's all believe in that. No matter how much we cousins tried to nostalgically have fun, dark clouds continued to approach for Kenjima. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and let us see the clear skies before we leave the island. It's a bit presumptive, leaving the island. Who cares about what our parents are planning? Who cares about the inheritance and the honor of the old family? As youthful as we were renewing our old friendship. and we all believed together that we could find happiness. That's why I wanted this pair of days to end without anything weird happening in peace and happiness, and calmly. Line breaks, bro. No, I don't just want them to end. Please, let them end. What? That's a confusing turn of phrase.
Let them
I'm glad I took the pause to preempt that.
Yeah.
I was like, this is about to cut. That was not a normal line. I was so ready for that one. Damn it! Don't show up, don't appear. Damn it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I finally prepared a new game. Come, let us begin this tale of tragedy. Come to me, winds, rain, typhoon. Cut this island off from the real world. Throw a Genjamin into another realm, into the spirit world, into a world of fantasy. And so the tale repeated for the third time. However, to an endless witch, what did it matter whether it was the first, second, or third time? It probably didn't matter at all. After all, this was a tale of fantasy, endlessly repeating until the match was settled. Would Battler surrender first, or would the witch?
That seems like it would have been a great intro for a TV show if only they'd made one.
If only. So they made an anime for this visual novel, but they definitely did not. Thank God. I mean, it's disappointing.
It's just like how they cancelled Halo 5.
Yeah, rip. Then the sky grew dark and cloudy, and the rain and the wind were summoned together and became a typhoon. Maria could be seen in the rose garden, paying no mind to the rain that had started falling, going around in circles searching for that single rose that should have been marked. Not here. Not here. My rose that we marked isn't here. Ooh! Ooh! Maria definitely remembered it. That rose had been in the flower bed right here, and yet it wasn't anymore. She didn't know what to do with her irritation and not being able to find something that should have been there, and moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she'd be able to see it if she looked at a different angle, but even though she did that, there was nowhere to find something that wasn't there. The wind grew increasingly strong, and the rain turned into cold, large drops. There was no way even Maria would fail to notice this. However, if she couldn't find her rose here, it would surely disappear forever. Maria believed that. That feeling spurred her on to keep searching for a rose that she had no chance of finding. Just then, the cold drops of rain tormenting Maria were suddenly blocked. By what? Ooh. Maria raised her head. When she did, she saw an umbrella there, protecting her from the rain. And the one holding out that umbrella was... Goofy.
The witch she admired. Disappointed. I was hoping it would be young Ava.
The witch she admired, Beatrice. Beatrice! What are you doing so frantically in the middle of all this rain? You could catch a cold like this. Even witches have to care for their own health. I can't find my rose. Ooh. No matter how many times I search, even though it should have been here, I can't find it. Maria told Beatrice about how there had been a slightly unhealthy, pitiful rose, and that she was sure they had marked it. Oh, so you can't find it. If you're a witch's apprentice, you should use magic to search for the rose. I believe that searching with just your eyes won't be nearly enough. Ooh, I can't find it. I did my best and tried to search with magic, but I can't find it. I think practicing your magic is a very good thing, but it might be a little too much for you with all this wind and rain. Allow me to lend you some special power. Concern for one's disciples is also one of a teacher's duties. Thank you, Beatrice. Maria's face, which had been full of sadness until just now, split open into a grin. Maria knew. She knew that there was nothing Beatrice's magic couldn't do, so she was sure that Beatrice would be able to find the rose easily, even though Maria couldn't. Beatrice closed her eyes lightly, acting as though she was listening for something in all this wind and rain. Then she heard it, opened her eyes, and spoke. All things in this world are transitory. Too bad, Maria. It seems your rose couldn't withstand all this wind and rain. Ooh, then my rose. It was uprooted by the wind, and is no longer of this world. Ooh. What Beatrice had said was quite reasonable. There was nothing odd about the flower being broken off at the stem in this strong wind. However, Maria couldn't accept this and bitterly gave a low-pitched moan. No. Oh? No. It's my rose. My rose won't come back. No. I'll bring it back to life with my magic. Beatrice, teach me how to revive a rose with magic. Ha! It's much too early for an apprentice like you to learn the hidden art of endless magic. Know your place. Ooh! Maria wiped the tears from her eyes, full of regret. Beatrice shrugged her shoulders and chuckled at Maria's pitiable expression. Very well. I will lend you my power, the hidden art that can revive a rose. Really? Indeed. Well then, concentrate the power of your heart. Close your eyes, forget the rain, forget the wind, and search for the soul of the wandering rose with the eyes of your heart. Ew. Maria closed her eyes. Then, she repeated Beatrice's song-like words. Come, try to remember. Rose, what form did you have? Come, try to remember. Rose, what form did you have? Don't look. Don't listen. And believe. Release the power of your soul from the cage of flesh that imprisons it. That's it. Good. Around Maria, who was concentrating her power, her eyes tightly shut, small golden butterflies began to dance. Was this the manifestation of the magical power Maria held? Lost soul of the rose, gather into one and remember your form. Come, gather, remember. The glitter of the gold butterflies began to strengthen, and their numbers increased. Then, Beatrice raised a finger up to the skies, and they began to gather at the tip of that finger. This was the miracle of the golden magic. The gold butterflies began to condense into a single dazzling grain of gold. It was a single glittering gold seed. It rode on the tip of Beatrice's finger, budded into a golden sprout, and opened into a golden leaf. It then slowly fell from that fingertip, sank into the mud of the flower bed, and began to grow steadily. Maria, who admired magic and the witch, really wanted to see this fantastical sight. However, as an apprentice, Maria was still not qualified to see it. No, she was probably afraid that if she opened her eyes to look, the power that she had concentrated in her heart would be cut off, and the magic would be lost. Therefore, Beatrice, as the only one permitted to witness this golden miracle, was the only witch, the sole master of many miracles. Then the fully grown rose bloomed, creating one golden flower, and when Beatrice poked it with her finger in just the right way, the gold-colored sparkles scattered, just as if a golden soap bottle had been popped. And what remained was a single beautiful rose. It looks like you've remembered a splendid rose. However, if we just leave it mixed in with these other roses, you won't be able to tell it apart. Shall I perform one last service? Beatrice, for the sake of her cute apprentice, who was moaning even more now in concentration, decided to use one more bit of magic. When she snapped her fingers, a single gold butterfly appeared, fluttered around, and landed on the flower that had just been revived. Then it suddenly burst open and disappeared, becoming golden lace and marking the rose. That'll do. Maria, you may open your eyes now. Ooh? Where's the rose? It's not here. Not here. Not over there, over here. Look. I've marked it with golden lace. Why, you did! Awesome, 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 awesome! Thank you, Beato. Thank you, Beato. I want to become a witch quickly. A great witch like you. And you can. Long ago, I too wished for that innocently, just as you do, and I have attained that level. Maria was ecstatic over the revived rose, clapping her hands and jumping around in joy. Watching that, Beatrice also smiled, looking fairly pleased. By now, I can break and repair any soul if I try, not just out of a rose, and kill and revive as I pleased. Come, the Bear of the Storm has now sealed Rakenjima off from the natural world. Now is the time for the Golden Witch Beatrice to descend as an endless witch. Beatrice pulled from her pocket an envelope with the family crest, the one-winged eagle, and gave it to Maria. Maria frolicked around at being selected to be the witch's messenger. So, Kinzo, I've come to join in on your fun once more. My preparations are already complete. What of you? Have you prepared enough coins to bet in tonight's game? Here it comes. You better be ready.
Oh no.
Your voice is ready to be destroyed again. And revived and destroyed again.
Of course, I'm fully prepared, Beatrice. I've assembled a plethora of pieces. I'm ready both physically and mentally. So then, let us make the ante. All that you have given should be returned to you in the end. Come, take it.
Kinzo flung the window of his study open wide, took off the valuable golden ring that had been on his finger, and threw it into the darkness of the raging wind and rain. That ring was struck by lightning, and after twinkling gold for an instant, disappeared. Kinzo watched it go, grinning broadly and fearlessly.
I don't think I'll lose. You are mine. Forever.
The ring that Kinzo had thrown became a single gold butterfly and fluttered around in the wind and rain. It headed for the rose garden, almost as though it was being guided there. It then found the figure of the golden witch and fluttered down. When it came down right in front of Beatrice, it burst open and returned to its original form, flying through the air. The way it was going, you would have expected it to fall into a puddle, but it stopped suddenly in midair, almost as if some transparent person had caught it. Apparently, even Beatrice hadn't expected this. However, she realized who it was, and grinned broadly at it. I'm gonna straighten my jumper.
What?
As she did, the shadow of the person who had caught the ring began to fuzzily appear.
No.
Oh
no.
We got that golden sneer though! Oh, for this character! Yes! What is this guy? What does this guy look like to you, do you think? I love this man. He is a beautiful man.
I mean, he has the furniture pose.
He certainly does. Yes, I got this man. It was the figure of a young man wearing a butler's uniform embroidered with a one-winged eagle
Oh, wait,
crest.
is this one of the servants we haven't seen yet?
There was no man like this among the servants of the Ashumia family. Even so, Beatrice laughed as though it was someone she remembered fondly. BRonove, is it? It's been quite some time. It seems you have remembered me. You were always a man who took loyalty very seriously. It has been quite some time since your last correspondence. Not for a single day have I, BRonove, forgotten that I serve you, my lady. I was more afraid that you had forgotten about me. After all, you can be quite forgetful. I see, yes. I certainly am forgetful. I'd forgotten even your sarcasm until I heard it again. My lady, take this. With an exaggerated yet elegant gesture, he bowed respectfully and held out to Beatrice the head's ring that he'd just caught. BRonove hype! It is the Ashumia family head ring, returned to you from Ashumia Kinzo. It is now once again in the possession of its master. Indeed. This is Kinzo announcing the start of the game. Of course I'll accept it. So how shall we play tonight? Shall I prepare the roulette immediately? Or shall I prepare some black tea first, madame? I can't decide which, but first I need you to greet someone. I'm sure that guy's got his mouth hanging open and can't shut it. Right? Battler? Greetings. Allow me to introduce myself. I am called BRonove, and I serve at the side of Lady Beatrice. It is truly a pleasure to meet you.
I'm so glad we finally had inboard Beatrice speak to out-of-board Battler.
This is great. Go! No, right, click that shit! Get over to BRonove!
Oh, I didn't actually hear
The
it.
best butler!
I didn't actually hear it.
Oh, we got some things. We should look at the goats too. BRonove, one of the 72 great demons, works for a master in exchange for various forms of compensation. He currently is in contact with Beatrice as a butler, head furniture. He's become proficient at housekeeping after serving in many households, so his ability as a butler is very high. In the high society of witches, employing him has become a kind of status symbol. Furthermore, the cookies he bakes are superb, and riches will often form a line demanding them. He must possess tremendous magical power, but since he always stays out of the spotlight to further boost his master's reputation, his combat capabilities are unknown. However, he does have a badass arm out in furniture position. All of the goats.
All of the goats.
All of the goats.
I love that's the title. That is so good.
The goats! Low-level furniture in service to Beatrice. They are great in number but silent and lacking personality. They obediently follow their master's orders. Their senses are closer to those of animals and humans, and they're surprisingly dull-witted. Oh my god. Which sometimes leads them to misunderstand their orders. They have by nature a massive build like a minotaur's and fearsome superhuman strength. They may be a little over furniture, but the ability to summon an inexhaustible supply of them makes them extremely convenient. That's helpful. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're just still on the island. Oh yeah. She hanging out. She's summoning goats and butlers and shit. It's getting a little crazy. It's a little cramped, I might say. See? His mouth's hanging open. He can't shut it, right? Battler!
Yeah, no shit, another incomprehensible guy just showed up. First I grumble about goat-headed people doing the Bond dance, and then goat-heads start showing up in swarms. And since then, not only have those 7-ass Naysans appeared, but now there's even a butler?
Battler said it.
Doesn't make sense, cut it out.
By the way, Battler, did you notice? Did you realize that meeting him is a true devil's proof?
Devil's proof? What do you mean?
He may not look like it, but this guy's one of the 72, a genuine demon. In other words, I brought a demon right in front of you, which truly proves that they exist. BRonove holds a noble rank in Hell, the 27th highest ranked great demon. He's a pretty useful man. I summoned him at high cost and made him serve me. It is an honor to meet you. While my name is among those of the nobles of Hell, I now serve as the head furniture of Beatrice Summer, who despite being a vulgar human is a great witch of such caliber that demons flee before her. He's a very useful man, but he's impotent with his words. Frustratingly enough, he sometimes forgets to respect his master. Nothing in my contract specifies the manner in which I have to speak. Would you like to change the contract? It keeps me entertained, so it's fine. Beatrice turned her back to him, cackling. After bowing once to her, BRonove turned back to Battler and stuck out his right hand, showing off an innocent smile. Normally, this would mean that he was asking for a handshake.
What's this supposed to be?
I am another who has been subjected to milady's whims. In that sense, I am sure we could become good friends. This is a handshake of friendship. Of course, this in no way implies you entry into a contract with a demon, so fear not.
Sorry, but I'm right in the middle of a big fight with your master, so I only shake hands with an enemy after we've beaten each other up all rainy school... What?
We've beaten each other up in a rainy schoolyard.
Right. Roll one out. Like sometimes you'd see in a teen drama. Remember that.
You're a very rude person. I see. To shake hands with you, Battler-sama, I must create a fitting atmosphere in a suitable location, exchanging sweet words and physical language with you that rings true to your heart. When the opportunity arrives, I shall arrange for such an encounter. He's like, yo, I'm gonna put your face in. I must say, I simply love situations like that myself. As BRonove laughed tauntingly, his laugh is so good. He whispered to Battler, bringing his face so close that their noses will almost touch it.
I feel like that laugh is meant to be like.
It's too close to Kumasawa though. Oh my god.
This is true.
Battler, his face turning red after getting so close to another of the same sex, pushed him away. Damn, he ain't into that life.
You're a creepy bastard, I see. Just right for Beato's butler.
It is an honor to receive such words of praise. I am very confident in my tea-brewing ability, so please look forward to tea time. Baking cookies is one of my hobbies, so please feel free to request any snacks you may desire. Just what I'd expect from a pair of the same gender. You've started getting along right well right off the bat. I'm jealous. My, I apologize for making you jealous, milady. I shall not sneakily snatch your guest away from you. Well then, I will leave for now to retake my post as head furniture and greet my subordinates. Please forgive my short absence. Indeed. Only the common goats and the 7 sisters used for the ceremony have manifested themselves. You'll be able to finish greeting them in no time. Oh, those lively 7 sisters are here. I wonder if those naughty girls have grown a little more graceful.
If that's graceful, I'll have to doubt the definition of the word graceful.
Is that so? Then I suppose you've already had the opportunity to play with those little sisters. Judging by your expression, it would seem they're just as naughty as always. Even though I am always telling them to act more fitting as servants of Beatrice-sama, what troublesome kids.
If that's your problem, don't worry. They actually act perfectly fitting for their master.
Damn. Now even you have begun to say it. However, a conversation means that you accept your partner. The fact that you've started to respond to my idle chattering proves that you are gradually starting to accept my existence.
Huh? That's because even if the sun starts rising from the west, I'll definitely absolutely never accept you're a witch.
Damn.
I can't wait for the sun to rise in the west later on.
No!
Shit.
What do I do?
Might want to try a more positive approach, like crying and kissing my shoes.
Even if Battler was bluffing, he still spoke forcefully. I feel this expression on his face. You click way too fast.
You
the witch and
click
her
way too
butler,
slow.
the witch and her butler snickered together, realizing that their guest had regained more than enough of his willpower to attend to a new game.
Oh boy.
And that preparations were complete. After BRonove exchanged a few words with Beatrice, he bowed silently to Battler, scattered into several gold butterflies, and disappeared. So that was BRonove, a beautiful man.
I've heard the name before, and I'm not sure if it was from you. Or from this,
let's
or
have a
from
can we go to
elsewhere.
the, well, you know what, you might have heard it somewhere. You might have to go hunting for it, though.
What are we looking for in here?
I don't know. It might not be in there, but it'll be very apparent soon enough. Don't worry about it too much. I'm sure that the game will bring it up at some point. Anyway, I have a lot.
I mean, will the game bring up where we've heard it before?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay, cool.
Because it has been heard somewhere. That's right.
So it was in the game.
Yes, it's
Okay.
okay. It's not me. It is truly pleasing to have such a boisterous atmosphere. How boring were the days when I was trapped alone on this island, unable to regain my power and lacking anyone to talk to.
I get how unpleasant that guy is, really fitting as your butler.
No, he's so pleasant. Get out of here.
But tell me, why has that butler only appeared now? You said something about how only the goats and the Nechans of the Seven Stakes had manifested themselves. What does that mean?
I need someone to make cookies. Indeed, you still resist, but I am a fully fledged witch. I am in contact with several non-human entities in the spirit world.
I'll bet. No sane person would hang out with you. First some goat monsters, then those ass Nechans, and this time a demon butler showed up. I hate to think about it, but the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if even more weird people appeared. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm sure this will be fun. Among the furniture that work at my great golden mansion, how many demons do you think want to come over and play? They will keep coming. Many of them will appear. When the door to the Golden Land is opened, I will call back all of my furniture and build my new castle here in Okenjima. Then I plan to invite all of my old friends, and we'll drink and dance together for 3 days and 3 nights, and then we'll eat you. Of course, I also plan to invite Kizo's family, you see? You too, if you wish.
So is this what you mean? That since you lost your power for a long time, you couldn't summon them? And then since your magic power has been gradually increasing, you've become able to summon more and more monsters.
It is as you say. You stopped a hair's breadth before crumbling. But your heart is already wavering, and you're unable to deny that I'm a witch. That wavering in your heart has been slowly restoring my power as a witch.
Is you trying to say that creepy butler appeared because I started to surrender?
Do not call me creepy. That's right. Bit by bit, you are surrendering to me. Isn't all that humiliation you suffered in the last game a result of you submitting to me so deeply? Wasn't it great when you had to sacrifice your back for the sake of my feet?
Damn it! I thought I'd be able to keep things as they were as long as I didn't accept you. Looks like that was wrong.
So this continuity between the episodes it's increasing at a rate that I'm not comfortable with.
You're not comfortable with?
I mean, you might not be comfortable with it
I'm
either.
so on board with this.
You are? Okay, good.
Oh my god, I feel like we're about to just flip the tables and I am about to be the one that's on board for this shit and you're the one that's gonna be freaking out.
I'm fine.
I am so
I'm
ready
excited.
for this.
Well, correct.
You remember this was what I said just before episode 2 was like fuck you to everything I thought?
Uh-huh. Sure. Well, we'll see how you go with this. Correct. The closer you get to surrendering, the more the game will swing in my favor. Isn't chess the same? In the process of cornering each other's kings, we trade several pieces. Of course, I still haven't cornered your king. And furthermore, you're giving it everything you've got just to help your king escape, and have lost several pieces to me, as well as a large advantage.
What was the advantage?
That's a great question. I don't know. He's lost his advantage, apparently.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
That's interesting.
I think he's just saying she has an advantage right now. It is certainly natural that further developments will tend to turn in my favor.
Is that a new pose or if they just like...
I think it's just the objection, but he's got his arm like against the wall. It's fine.
Damn.
From now on, you'll probably be frantic as you try to avoid my checkmate. However, as you do, I will steal your pieces from you one by one. In the end, you'll have lost everything but your king, and you won't be able to escape no matter how much you try. Then you'll receive a true checkmate. Which the last game wasn't.
Of course.
You were talking big last time, weren't you? Something about how you'd never accept me and would torment you with eternal torture. Only witches who have reached the endless level can talk about eternity.
Does that mean Battle as a witch?
Vernon and I guess. I've been beyond you ever since the very beginning.
Where are we fading to now?
It's a great question.
It's a mansion.
It is.
Ugh. Oh, whoa, shit, are we gonna get a new outfit for this episode?
I think this is me. Let's go. Kinzo-sama. She wouldn't call him Sama, would she? I don't think so.
I think this is probably the letter being read out, right?
Oh, it totally is. Yes, I don't know who's reading the letter right now.
Neither do I.
Kinzo-sama has already publicly displayed the location of the hidden gold, the epitaph, under my portrait. The rules apply equally to all who can read the epitaph. If you discover the gold, I shall return everything to you. Ah, of course it was. Tonight, I ask that you enjoy your battle of wits with Kinzo-sama to the fullest. I sincerely pray that this night will be both intellectual and elegant. Beatrice the Golden.
Thought she was being endless this episode.
I don't know. It's a great question. When Maria finished reading the letter that Beatrice had handed her, everyone was at a loss for words for a while. And then they all broke the silence at once. Ridiculous! What a worthless, vicious prank!
Well, seriously, there is no way Father gave up the head's ring. Beatrice? Ha! What a transparent prank, hoping to confuse us just by bringing up that
She doesn't
name.
even exist, totally. Hey, who filled this desert up with a little too much punch? I want to applaud and praise you, so come clean, okay, Rosa?
Of course not. I wouldn't pull a prank by assuming Father's name.
Then Aniki. Aniki?
Me? Are you an idiot? Oh god, it hurts. It was Nissan, right? Only he could plan something this vulgar. Are you trying to mock me? I'm the one who wants to question you. Who is behind this ill-natured prank?
Kraus beat the table and stared at everyone. Since I include the children too, he scared most of them. A letter from a mysterious person who claims to have been given full rights to Father's assets. Considering that the whole point of this family conference is a discussion of that subject, I think it's too hasty to call this a mere prank. We can't be sure. Maybe it really is one of Father's shitty pranks. He might have planned this to shock us a bit, since we've been discussing the distribution of his inheritance without him. If Dad was the one who planned this, then we can't take what Maria-chan just read aloud as a joke, right?
That's right. If you interpret the contents literally, then it's the test from Father. The epitaph of the witch has been displayed in the hall for quite some time now, so that any one of us could solve it. There's plenty of notice. That means he was saying that the first person to solve it would be handed the inheritance along with all of his wealth, right?
This is you. This is you, my dude.
My magic granted you your wish.
Nothing so foolish could possibly be the case. It is an unshakable fact that my husband is the successor to the Ushimiya family headship.
Well, doesn't this letter shake that? This is a message from the person who was given full rights to all of Father's wealth.
Pull through, I believe.
Nissan's right to become the head is returned to a blank slate. The person who solves the riddle, the person who finds Beatrice's gold will become the next head of the Ushimiya family.
Kaito.
Ridiculous. Do you think we can trust the meaningless words in that letter? If the seal was the real thing, there's no way we can trust that.
And let's go try ask Father directly. At this point, you can't get away with saying he's grumpy or feeling bad, right? The sealed wax clearly shows that this was from Father's representative. If you doubt that, then show some proof, Nissan. Show that this letter does not contain Father's will. Oh, my voice.
I believe.
Very well, it is just as you say. And it no longer matters whether Father's in a good mood or not. Let us go up and ask him directly.
Let's do it. Well, ask Dad directly. Dad is dead, so why would he act in such a roundabout way? Then again, I guess that would be like him.
I wonder if we really should continue this discussion on the assumption that this letter came from Father. Stupid Rosa.
Damn.
Isn't it obviously from Father? That letter's Father's. Isn't it obvious that he's giving the four of us an even chance to become the successor? Die, you brainless idiot. Rosa really is dumb. If only she'd just give up and die. I'm sorry, that's right, I'm sorry.
Damn.
What is even going on with this text? It starts like halfway down the screen. It's too much.
It's very weird. In the beginning, the adults had all doubted the credibility of the letter, but after realizing that this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance in the inheritance struggle for the three younger siblings, Eva changed her position, claiming the letter was authentic. Rudolph and Rosa caught on and agreed. Outrageous! How can adults like you take such a worthless prank like this seriously? I don't need to be Father to understand this contempt. Whoa. Nazi-san, all we've got to do is ask Father and we're done, right? Won't everything be fine if Father just tells us that he doesn't know about any letter?
Nissan, take responsibility and just get him to say that he doesn't know about the letter. This is no time to get scared just because he's in a bad mood, okay? He's still scared of father at his age, that idiot. If only he'd just give up and die.
Sensing a theme here.
Yeah, let's get this settled clearly. He's probably eating in his study right now. Let's have him set down his chopsticks for just a moment.
It's decided. Let's go. Kyrie, we're here for a while. We'll go to check whether it's true or not and come back quickly. Thank you. I'll wait patiently for Goda-san to bring in dessert. The four siblings, Natsu and Hideyoshi, all rose from their seats forcefully and flew out into the hallway with a clatter. Afterwards, only the children, stunned, completely speechless, Nanjo, who looked uncomfortable, and Kyrie, who just shrugged, were left. Damn.
Damn.
This left Kyrie behind. It's a little weird.
Yeah. Probably just to remind us to pronounce it properly.
This is true.
Shout out to Spidey.
You motherfucker. We love you. In the middle of all this was Maria, who looked a little scared at the adult's sudden change. However, judging from her appearance, she didn't look like she realized the full meaning of what she just read.
What in the world was all that about? I don't get it. They're all bastards. Do they really want the inheritance that much?
Everyone, this is our parents' problem. It has nothing to do with us. So you mustn't worry about it. God damn it, George. I can't even!
Even if you say that, they were so blatant about it. I can't believe them showing off their greed like that.
Ooh! Everyone has to believe together that we'll be happy. Ooh! That's right. We all did promise. Come on, Battler-kun, Jessica-chan, you too.
Ha! I feel horrible. We couldn't accept it at all, but we lay down our arms for the time being. We'd been vaguely aware of how filthy this family conference was going to be. Or if after that 6-year blank, I couldn't help being shocked. When he saw that the children were completely dejected, Dr. Nanjo cleared his throat uncomfortably.
It's an adult matter. It has nothing to do with all of you young people. Let us forget about it.
I would if I could.
I know it's hard, but forget it for now. All of your parents are fighting frantically to make your futures just a little brighter. Please don't look at your injured parents with those cold eyes when they come back.
No matter how much you ask us, Kyrie-san, that'll be tough. If we could be happy with an explanation like that, we wouldn't be kids.
Ooh, everyone be happy. Can't get dark. Believe. If everyone doesn't believe we can be happy, that happiness will get away. Everyone has to believe. Ooh. I like the sound of that. I'll believe too. I'll believe we can find happiness. Ooh. Aunt Kyrie, thank you. Battler and Jessica, you believe too. Beatrice is always saying that magic won't have any power if you don't believe. Ooh. God damn it.
Kyrie-san rose from her seat quietly, went over to Maria and crouched down so that their eyes met.
Ooh. Aunt Kyrie believed. Now Battler and Jessica have to believe. Those two are strong. They'll feel better soon and then they'll believe. Yeah. More importantly, I want you to tell me something.
When Kyrie-san said that, Jessica, George, Aniki, Dr. Nanjo, and I all listened closely.
Kyrie.
Looked like our parents were so concerned with the inheritance problem that grandfather filled their minds. But we wanted to ask Maria about something simpler.
Ooh? What? Who gave you that letter? Beatrice! The witch drawn in that portrait? Ooh, she gave me this letter and an umbrella. And she used magic to fix my rose that was broken. Beatrice is an awesome witch who can do anything. Could you tell us about that in a bit more detail? Please. Kira's like, yo, go on ahead. I'm just gonna talk with Maria for a second. She's
why?
so good.
Why did they cut it there?
Ah!
I mean, it's not like we were gonna get anything different from the previous episodes.
That's true. Nothing different happened there.